World Cup winning all-rounder Yuvraj Singh has also reacted to India's win at the Asia Cup, saying that the clash lived up to the hype. In a post on X, he said, and I quote, "What a nerve-wracking game, truly befitting a final. India versus Pakistan, the stage doesn't get any better than this." And Tilak Verma lit it up, simply outstanding knock, holding the innings together under huge pressure and showing unbelievable maturity, then finishing it off with Shivam Dube in a grand style. Kuldeep Yadav, brilliant with the ball, and Sanju Samson steady as always. Proud of this team and the support staff. Yuvraj also reserved special praise for his protege Abhishek Sharma, who was named player of the tournament as well. Shikha is still with us on the broadcast. Shikha, of course, many congratulatory statements. One, of course, coming from Yuvraj Singh, who's lauded Kuldeep Yadav. He's, of course, spoken about Abhishek Sharma as well. Over to you to give us the details.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations and commendatory messages are flowing in from different quarters, not only from former players, but also from leading industrialists of India. While there have also been controversial comments made by some politicians. Abhishek Sharma, the player of the tournament himself, has made a cheeky comment, in fact, and he's underlined that lifting the trophy didn't really matter to India as much as the atmosphere after the trophy presentation in the dressing room did. He's written, and I quote, that the smiles in the dressing room and the atmosphere after the win matter more than anything else. Clearly, Indian players underlining that what mattered to them more was the win and not really lifting up the trophy. We've had Ravi Shastri, the former head coach of the Indian team, laud the composure of youngsters. He's especially commended.
Let me just quickly draw on what you're talking about. Former head coach of the Indian cricket team, Ravi Shastri, has lauded the composure of the Indian team. In a post on X, Shastri said, and I quote, "Great show of character by the boys in a tense final. A special knock by Tilak Verma. Calm, composed and clutch when it mattered the most. That took nerves of steel. Top effort, well done," is the statement that he's issued. Now, Shikha, of course, important to note the fact that this was a very tense match, like said over here. The stakes were high. There was a requirement for both emotional and mental strength as well. What more can you tell us?
It's absolutely what we witnessed over the past night is a very intense battle between not only the players but also the emotions of the two countries, especially in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor and what transpired in April and May 2025 between the two nations. So this was a match which was a little controversial. Of course, from the beginning, there were comments from different quarters. There were demands that the match should not be played, that India should not play with Pakistan. But the players did their job. The players have won the Asia Cup, continuing with their winning streak. But unfortunately, the players could not lift the trophy. But nevertheless, have underlined that this really didn't really matter to them. And it was actually the win and prevailing over Pakistan what helped them more.
Absolutely, stay on with us. In fact, more news coming our way. Player of the tournament, Abhishek Sharma, brushed off the disappointment of not being able to lift the trophy with a cheeky remark. He said, and I quote, "Obviously, everyone has a plan to win a trophy, and we actually got one. Sky bought it, and we felt it and knew its weight." He added that the smiles in the dressing room and the atmosphere after the win matters more than anything else. Shikha continues to be with us on the broadcast. Shikha, give us an understanding on what it is that Abhishek Sharma has said.
Absolutely, there is an emotion buried within the Indian players. They were seen busy on their phones during the trophy ceremony. It was their moment. They put in their hard work and they won this trophy for us, but they could not lift it due to circumstances between the two nations. But clearly our players have underlined that it doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is the win and the fact that they prevailed over the arch rival And despite all odds, despite all the questions being raised on the Indian teams, whether it's playing against Pakistan, whether it is not shaking hands with the Pakistani players, but the Indian team prevailed over all those circumstances and registered a very, very intense and very, very significant win and continued their Asia Cup winning streak. So absolutely, they've underlined that emotion, that winning streak, and that ability to prevail over their arch rival is more important, rather the most important emotion that they carry at the moment, more than anything else. Asabri.
Absolutely. Stay on with us. In fact, more messages coming through. Anand Mahindra has also extended his congratulations to the Indian team. He has said that self-belief is the true mantra of the men in blue, and they stayed focused and turned the chase into a stroll. He lauded the Indian squad for winning and fueling Indians with motivation. In fact, another statement there coming our way. Shikha, what more can you tell us on that front?
Yes, Asabri. So, Anand Mahindra, a very well-known industrialist, and he's also a cricket buff. He's also lauded the Indian team's composure and the way the way they've handled the game after the wickets tumbled down. So he's mentioned that the true Brahmastra of this team were the bowlers who saw the opposition opening batsmen running away with the game, yet they held their focus and then made the wickets tumble like skittles. The emotion is not only limited to sports persons, to personalities related to sports, but it only reflects that this emotion has gripped the Indian team as well as India across board, and they're not only players reacting to it, but also industrialists who are welcoming this beautiful win registered by India, sans the trophy, but with a lot of emotion and intense rigor.
Right, absolutely. Shikha, stay on with us. We, in fact, have some more news coming our way. In an interview to Pakistani media, former Pakistani cricketer Mohammad Yusuf praised Indian cricketer Tilak Verma. Verma was named player of the match at the final at the Asia Cup 2025. Yusuf said, and I quote, Tilak Verma is such a skillful player. The way he batted under pressure, this is what real talent truly is. In Pakistan, we call a player talented if he hits two big sixes. I have said it before. We in our country, and the love for the game is there, but not in a cricketing sense. You have to understand the game, is a statement that he's made. Well, Shikha, of course, in between all the antics and all the bitter moments that we've seen at the Asia Cup 2025, we're now finally looking at a statement that is more towards the positive side and actually sportsman-like. What more can you tell us?
Yes, absolutely. Like I told you, there are two sides of this story. While on one hand, we have people like Kamran Akmal demanding an action against what has transpired in the trophy presentation ceremony. There are also former Pakistani players like Mohammad Yusuf who've actually commended players like Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma, who's the man of the moment, who's not helped India back this win. He's not only being commended across the Indian sport, across board by Indian spokesperson, but also by Pakistani players. Now, Mohammad Yusuf has commended Tilak Verma for his beautiful knock, and he's also compared whatever he's done to what Pakistani players do at home. He's mentioned very clearly that while in Pakistan, back home, they call anybody a player if he hits two sixes. What really stands as cricket and what really stands as cricketing sense is what Tilak Verma has displayed. And he's also said that while in their country they have love for the game of cricket, they do not really have cricketing sense. So clearly, some positive note being struck by Mohammad Yusuf, and also some reality check, to be very frank. This is a reality check for the Pakistani players because the way they have branded their bats in the previous game of the Asia Cup, it showed very poorly on how professional they were and their respect for the game as well. They have been fined for what they've done, but clearly this is a very, very needed reality check coming from a former Pakistani player, Asabri.
Shikha, thank you so much for sharing all those details with